passion and calculation.
Okay, here we go, everybody. Star Series Season 11, Invictus Gaming versus CDEC Gaming. My name is Triumph Man, and this is Game 2 in a best of 3 series. IG grinding out a 75-minute win in Game 1. Holy cow. That took a while to get rolling, and then properly ban the Morphling. Okay. Also, should mention, if you're just joining us, Burning is standing in for Chuan. Not necessarily the role, but standing in regardless. So Burning will be playing. RTK wasn't casting this time around. He was casting Game 1. I think he's possibly fallen asleep or died trying to get through Game number 1. But he'll not be joining us for Game number 2. Anyway, CDEC on the other hand, we'll see what they can roll at this time around. I mean, they had a good plan. I like what their draft had in mind. Unfortunately, the IG counter-drafted it very well and really caused issues for it. And also, I feel a lot of the work that they put into it, they went, yeah, let's spend like 30 minutes farming a Tide. Get a blink, get a refresher, and then use it like once. Use a Ravage like once in 30 minutes. It was kind of...
team ban.
I'm looking for a word here. Weak. Yeah, really weak. It was kind of upsetting. Anyway. Faster ban's been coming out this time around. We will have the Brewmaster ban by CDEC. Invictus Gaming, although they get rid of the Scarith Mage instead. Okay. They also get rid of the Tide themselves. For CDEC, they decided to get rid of that along with the Brew. Alright then. So, IG with the first pick now. See what they want to go after. I mean, Ogre's still there if they want to grab that. He's been pretty first pick worthy. Just sort of a solid pick. He's picking him up. Does everything you need to.
10 seconds remaining.
He's about any lineup. And doesn't give anything away.
5 seconds remaining.
I like the ban there from the Scarith Mage. He's going, alright, well, we're going to ban the Scarith. And we're going to pick Brew if you leave it there. But it will be an Ogre first pick. And CDEC say, well, you know, we don't want you to have the Brew, so we're going to ban it out. But Ogre picked up IG. Could be everything and anything with that. We'll see what they have in mind further along. Still too early to tell. CDEC on the other hand with a double pick here. Could just pick up some simple stuff. Just grab their offlaner if they wanted to. See what they decide to go with. IG though. What was that? Shadow Fiend last
10
match?
seconds remaining.
The itemization of the Shadow Fiend. I mean, I completely understand
5
the Hex.
seconds
that
remaining.
I liked. The Refresher and the Refresher and the Shiva's Guard less so. I gotta be real honest there. Didn't really dig those, but I'm gonna say whatever the Shadow Fiend built, probably more valuable than the freaking Shadow Blade, Chizbug, Ancient Apparition. That just I don't know. It's doing, but CDEC so alright, let's have another Invoker game. Then we'll grab them up again.
Team pick.
See if they go Quas Exort again, or if they Quas Wex again, or if they decide to go for the Quas Exort. See what they got planned like right now. I mean, it's pretty fluid. They might go for either still. Both builds, regardless of the lineup, generally both are pretty useful. CDEC with a second pick. I feel like if they get the Invoker, they want to pick fairly aggressive support. So I really want to make just use of the barrel. They go to the Faceless Void. I mean, again, just feel like this is a good game for Quas Exort. I've said this 2 matches in a row now. This feels like a really good game for Quas Exort, and then they go Quas Wex. But the synergy is there. I mean, Chronospheres and Sunstrikes, easiest Sunstrike you're alive. Plenty of damage you can just dump all day into the Chronosphere. And also, it just makes meatballs really easy to land too. And of course, Exort meatballs, Exort's where all the damage is too, I'm pretty sure. That's where you really want to have those points put in if you want to be landing those big meteors. But IG now with their second pick. They've got one of the supports.
5 seconds
go
remaining.
Offlane or something simple here. Jakiro. Could be support, could be core. Doesn't tip their hand just yet. Now the second series of bans here. Oh, I don't know what they're going to go for. It's kind of hard to... I mean, probably see... Oh, okay, Wisp going to get banned. I feel like the Potter might be a solid ban as well. So obviously used that last match. Didn't really get it to much... Really get that much out of it. We might see CDEC just ban out some things that are just really good at countering Faceless Void's Chrono. Just basically make it difficult to make use of a good Chrono from Faceless Void. Things like the Naga Siren, or they will just ban. The Broodmother's been getting second phase banned quite frequently, actually. In fact, I think every game we've watched, she's been getting second phase banned. But IG decided to get rid of the Slark as well.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, yeah, I suppose I could have done offlane. Slark doesn't really have any huge synergies with the current set of heroes, so I don't know if they would have gone for that, but we'll see.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I feel like Yeah, I feel like they really don't want to play into a Naga. It would be a solid ban there.
Reserve time.
Song of the Siren is just such a good way to counter the Chronosphere, but it will be an Ember Spirit banned out instead.
Radiant team pick.
Just an interesting choice, considering they have a couple of heroes that are actually quite good against the Ember. Obviously, Invoker builds an early Orchid, very good against Ember. Faces Void, so you chrono him, like Ember. The Ember gets chronoed, and anybody else happens to be around, even just if you go into late game, like Faces Void can solo Ember inside the chrono dead easy, so... The Ember ban is interesting, the fact that they've gone for it. I'm wondering if they're worried about getting cleaved down, which, oh dear God, don't let this be another Naga game.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, we'll see what they've got.
5
sure
seconds
Death
remaining.
Prophet sneaking through. And Invictus Gaming actually might go for a Death Prophet. They've got the Jakiro. I mean, Death Prophet would give them some really nice
Reserve
push.
time.
But if they get a Death Prophet and say Avenge, that would be... I mean, Avenge would sort of just solve the issue of getting Chronosphere, and of course Death Prophet just forces down towers so quick. When backed up with Jakiro Liquid Fire, they can just force down towers all around the map really, really well. And of course Death Prophet and Bloodlust, super race card, very hard to catch. I feel like the DP actually would have been a more solid ban for Sin, unless they're planning to pick it. I mean, Death Prophet and Faceless Void are actually really good together as well. Obviously, we were talking about just dumping DPS into the Chronosphere. That's the way to go, but they will go for the Vengeance Spirit, which does take away IG's option to counter with that. And it's an all-round good support, so we'll see if that's going to be sort of a carry focus support and offlane one. I still feel like this could be a DP game for either team. IG now, their plan is probably starting to form up here. We'll see what they've got in mind.
Ten seconds remaining.
IG though, no.
5 seconds
Might
remaining.
actually start burning the reserve time. I mean, there were plenty of reserve time left. They haven't used any of it just yet, whereas CDEC has burned through the 30-second mark, so they've used pretty much a minute and a bit. Either Death Prophet solid, push heroes. I mean, Jakiro, if Jakira's an... if Jakira's a core, I mean, they could even do something like Erastus, okay, as well. Faceless Void try. If you precast his Hex and on Faceless Void, keep precasting Hex on Faceless Void, and then he time walks in to try and get the kill, like try and get the chrono. He'll just jump in and get Hex straight up. It's actually a really good way to pick him off, and the push power from the Serpent Wards as well is definitely very, very strong. On the other hand, the Ward Traps and the Shackles not as effective because of the VS to swap out there, so we'll see. And it will be a Medusa pick. Ooh,
Radiant team pick.
Okay. Now, she can get aggressive more early than normal because the Ogre Magi, but CDEC have the option to go for, as we saw earlier, she has the option to go for the Manta-style Diffusal Blade build on the Faceless Void. They have the option to go for that, which is actually pretty good against the Medusa. It will, generally speaking, tear her apart. Gets rid of the Mana Shield very, very quickly. On the other hand...
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
A Drow Ranger now picked up for CDEC. Okay.
Dire team pick.
That should be a very aggressive round. We'll see. Okay. How about the Drow here? There's no massive sin, although it makes Voker's right click quite strong.
Radiant team ban.
But now they don't really have... And Templar Assassin picked up for the Solomon, so we're going to see a Ferrari 430 Templar Assassin most likely. And TA versus the Invoker, it's okay. I mean, for early phase, it's okay. Doesn't really have to worry too much about Invoker dealing out the harass.
10
You can't
seconds
really
remaining.
do much to the Invoker because this Sideblade's not that effective against the Quas.
Dire team ban.
She can suffer against the Quas if you lose all her mana. That is actually a pretty big deal to deal with. And once the Forge Spirits come out, it can be difficult. I mean, sure, you've got some refraction charges, but when you've got a couple of minions just chewing away at them, they just don't last nearly as long as you need them to.
10 seconds remaining.
But I feel like this is going to be an...
5 seconds remaining.
The Faceless Void. I mean, it could be a Visage game. Vengeful Spirit picked up. Visage could be the next pick here. Just to go with... I mean, the birds do so much work, especially in terms of pushing with the Drow Range, or it's really, really strong for them. And I mean, if you Chronosphere someone, that's pretty much 2 guaranteed. Just you can basically dump 2 guaranteed soul assumptions in them. It's really, really powerful. But they don't really have the AoE to throw. Besides the Invoker, they don't really have the AoE to throw into the Chronosphere. So there is that. Medusa as well. If Void jumps in, she can basically, essentially, while he leaps, she can cast the Stone Gaze, which can force CDEC to disengage and not really make good use.
10 seconds remaining.
So I'm not 100% sold on this. And I say they want to pick Visage, but Medusa also does a mean number to Visage as well. It's very difficult to get the birds in play when Medusa accidentally... She pretty much just accidentally kills them with split shot. You know what else I think is actually really legit against Medusa? Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin is actually a huge ball bust of Medusa. And actually, CDEC need another support. Actually, Nyx would be really good.
10 seconds remaining.
Nyx would be amazing, actually. A Templar Assassin needs to... Okay, it's going to be an Enchantress.
Dire team
a bit of push, I guess. And she does a lot of damage with a Drow Ranger Aura and Impetus. But I don't know. I would have liked to see a Nyx more. The Visage was actually banned. Actually, now that I look at it, it was actually banned. The last ban there from Invictus when they saw that Drow Ranger. I feel like it should have been a Nyx, but it just counters Medusa so damn hard. But Enchantress, I mean, one level 4 mana burning against Medusa once she has like a Skadi and a
10 seconds
mana
remaining.
Style deal. It drains about, overall, it gets rid of about 600 mana.
5
That's
seconds
like
remaining.
half of her pool in one hit. And you can do that on a 4-second basis. That is insane.
Time.
Plus, it's almost impossible for her to stop herself from proccing this the Carapace. If she's split-shotting, she will basically stun herself. It's a guaranteed 2.4 second stun on her. It's really quite solid. But they will go with the Enchantress, which I think is definitely very greedy. And it's really greedy. But I look at it, and I see Chronosphere, Drow Ranger Aura, and Enchantress. I mean, they're not going to have, like, sort of huge nukes. But they trap anybody in the Chronosphere. Like, Enchantress and Drow Ranger are going to tear them apart. So there is that, I guess.
Crystal Maiden.
And Crystal Maiden, the final pick here. Okay, will it be an FY-style Murder Maiden in the hands of June? Okay. Alright then. I mean, yeah, we saw June, like, June basically fed, like, 8 kills. Like, he wasn't really feeding, he was just face tanking, like, these big smoke ganks, one after the other. He was dying after dying in gank after gank, and then finally, right at the end, gets an ultra kill in the last match. This is his final just flip of the bird to CDEC. Is this a core Crystal Maiden? I mean, Lua was playing the Jakiro, Magi is played by Chizbug. This could actually be a core Maiden. I think it's actually an offensive tri-lane with Crystal Maiden, Jakiro, Ogre Magi, which is actually pretty
10
scary.
10 seconds remaining.
And she can also, she deals with, oh no, yeah, and she deals with Enchantress minions really well. That's actually kind of good. Crystal Maiden, early on, she's squishy as all hell, she's slow, but the thing is, she actually knocks out a lot of damage. Like, she is actually quite scary in terms of early engagements.
Battle.
As long as you can avoid getting wrecked in fights, like early skirmishes, and deal with her incredibly slow speed, she's actually quite powerful in the early fights. Her nuke is an 1100 range. The Frostbite is actually really useful if they don't have good mobility to deal with it, which I suppose is avoid, but this is actually an issue. The thing is, this is, picking the jungler weakens lanes quite heavily, and Drow is not very survivable on her own either, so she's going to get practically no farm, and the thing is, they've got the heroes to try and invade the jungle as well. I think this is definitely trouble for CDEC here. I really like this last pick, Crystal Maiden. We'll see if they can make it work, though. I mean, offensive tri-lanes are one thing. They always look good on paper, but they're always difficult to execute, and if you screw it up, you go so far behind. It's very frustrating.
30 seconds to battle.
But Burning, I think, will just head to the safe lane here. And he will just solo farm. Against the Void, yeah, this should be easiest farm of his life. I feel against the Faceless Void. And Ferrari going to take that mid lane. Templar Assassin. I'll call the lineup here. So playing for CDEC, we've got Q, Triple H, playing Vengeful Spirit, 3-2-3 playing Faceless Void, Garter on the Enchantress, maybe playing Invoker, and Xiao Hong playing the Drow Ranger on the Dire team. For Invictus Gaming, we have Allura playing the Jakiro, June playing Crystal Maiden, Ferrari 430 on Templar Assassin, Chizbug on Ogre Magi, and Burning standing in for Chuan on the Medusa. And okay. Oh, I mean, he's got the invisibility rune, so yeah, they're going to try and set up an early kill here. Wait, is he jungle? What's going on here? Nope, never mind. It's core Jakiro. Crystal Maiden is... I don't actually know what she's... I think she's just jungling. And she's actually managed to block her own medium camp. Anyway, so June is just going to jungle with a Crystal Maiden. I thought they would go offensive triliners, try and crush the Drow, but they're going to let it go. And I think if anything could happen for CDEC, this is the best result. This is going to give Garda free reign to actually come out and gank, because if you try and come out and gank a line, gank a lane with Crystal Maiden, she can just frostbite your creep, and it's just like a free 100 gold or something for her. It's actually really good for her. But I think they're just going to focus on levels here. They don't want to fall behind in levels. Yeah, this is an issue. Now you got the double ranged against a short range Jakiro. This basically massively weakens IG's lane here. Sorry, massively weakens... Yeah, it massively weakens IG's lane. And just really gives CDEC a lot of room to farm. So they're going to have to be confident in... They're really going to have to get a lot of value out of this jungle on June. What they've done here. Because they've given away so much easy farm to Xiao Hong. As well as an Enchantress. They can't invade. Like, without the Crystal Maiden, they're not really going to be able to invade and slow down the Enchantress. I mean, they could conceivably get easy kills on the Enchantress too while she's jungling. But Ferrari doing a spectacular job middle at the moment. 8 and 6 up against a 2 and 2 Invoker. The Invoker really won't have much of an easy time until he... Oh, actually, no, he's not doing Forge Elementals. He's not going to be able to. He's doing Quas Wex again. I mean, once he gets EMP, though, it is going to become problematic for the Assassin. Once she starts losing mana, especially with the increased cost there to the refraction, it's going to become very difficult for her to keep it up.
Not this time.
There we go, there's the Frostbite. Juno is farming away still. See what he tries to pick up early. It's going for him right now. Okay, there's these Tranquils starting to be picked up. And some early Clarities as well. Meanwhile, mid lane. Maybe being forced back here by Ferrari. And it looks like they've got some help here in the form of the Harpy. The Hero Harpy coming in with the Chain Lightnings. Oh man. It's basically like having Zeus rock up to your lane and spam you with Chain Lightning. It's really, really quite painful. In fact, it's better than a level 1 chain. It does 140 damage on the first jump. It's actually incredibly powerful. Like, it's way better than Chain Lightning on Zeus. There we go, there's that EMP. Yep, there we go. Ferrari losing all of his mana. Cold Snap as well, just preventing him from backing up. This is screw it, just uses the time to trade hits. His First Blood comes out to the...
First Blood!
Okay, gets a First Blood there.
Burns, doesn't it?
Okay. That should not happen. What the f... That just blows the mind. Void just literally... How many bashes did he proc? How do you get the First Blood as a Void against a dual lane? With a Medusa with Mana Shield? And just... What the... Anyway. Yeah. That just happened. Alright, so mid lane, Ferrari. Still really creaming this Invoker. Invoker now has actually picked up some CS. Now that he's managed to get rid of some of these refractions, making it difficult. Now we're going to have an Illusion picked up there by June. June has his Tranquils. He's going to use this to... I'm not sure what he's doing here. Like, he can't really gank at this point in time. Invoker's too far back. Okay, once Invoker pushes up to maybe... Well, no, he's not. The Creeper's going to push again. Invoker needs to push up to about here before he can reliably get at him. And the problem is they don't have any detection as well. He can just Ghost Walk. So this is just wasted time, I think, for June. He should just be farming still.
And check.
There we go. He's going to come in here, but he can just Ghost Walk maybe. No, throws at the Tornado. Just so he's running out of mana here. Pops the Wex. Should be able to walk away. No, the auto attack for Crystal Maiden brings him down. He didn't actually have enough mana there to swap to the Ghost Walk, so they will actually pick off the Invoker. They're definitely solidifying Ferrari's. I mean, they're going to need it. Oh, man. If Burning's going to feed with Medusa, they're going to need it. Anyway, Drow Ranger the bottom lane. Also, in the meantime, also picked up Ogre Magi in the bottom lane. As to be expected. The Drow Ranger has such an easy lane here. Although now they've moved the VS away. But yeah, that is a pretty damn easy lane for, especially with the Enchantress support up against a short-range hero like Shakiro. She gets harassed all day. We're going to have to back off. Has also got the 4-man shield. The June, though, just lurking, doing his own farming. Who does that belong to? Doesn't... No, it belongs to CC anymore. That's Tornado going to come in. EMP. He's going to try and set up and drain his. Not to gank him, just going to get rid of that mana. That basically means No more fractions for Ferrari. Oh, for Ferrari, actually, no, it does because he's got a bottle coming, but it's still really good stuff there. It's pretty much what's giving Invoker more of an edge in this lane. The fact this is taking away all that mana, but now Ferrari going to charge forward. Doesn't have the mana, though, really, to... Yeah, there we go. Now he's got enough. If he'd had enough for both Refraction and Meld, definitely could have gone for a kill there. He had the second trap as well ready to go. Now the wrap around. Oh, they're looking for it. The slow comes out. Chrono comes out, though. They're going to go for Luo there. Luo very dead. Now they're going to throw out the Gust as well. Nice Gust there on top of Chizbug. But they will bring down Q, though. We'll bring down Triple H there. So Chizbug also goes down. They trade 2 for 1 there. CDEC taking a very nice series of kills. They TP the Void in to help set up these kills, and yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under
They have the
attack.
impetus and just the sheer damage from Drow as well. They are just going to rip people inside this. Now Ferrari comes in looking for an easy kill. Not going to find it though. It does have a haste. And there we go. This is what June could have done earlier. Can he proc a bash here? Level 2 bash. Can he find one, June? Oh, he's slowed by the arrows. June is dead. Yeah, there's no way June's getting out of this one. We'll be brought down there by the mass auto attacks. We'll just get shot to bits. And IG just giving away a few kills here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I really feel like they're not getting value out of this CM pick. Out of Cancer Maiden, apparently.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, though, Burning is getting some farm. He's getting his farm up to 41 CS there.
Radiant's top
Chip
tower
damage on
is
that
under
tower.
attack.
Drow with a mass. Aquila is there, so it looks like we're going to have to gank out. Mass TP is going to go in one after the other. They're going to give chase here. Oh, maybe though. They need a Fire Blast. It's on up for another 6 seconds. So now the slow down on Chizbug and the Cold Snap as well. They're trying to turn this. In comes the Frostbite. It's on top of Xiao Hong. Can the Drow get away? I don't think so. It gets Fire Blasted again. And they will lose the Drow. As Gentle Spirit comes back in, throws in the stun on June. Going to leap forward there. Faces forward, jumps back in. Frostbite on top of Faces forward. Needs some more auto attacks. One more hit. June's going to go down. Throws out the Crystal Nova, but it's not enough here. Now Ferrari comes back in, looking around the kill. Void needs to backtrack. A lot of these procs here. Slowed down again. There we go. Side traps used. 3-3 in trouble. Leaps away. Should be okay. No, he's going to burn down. He's got a Tango. It's not enough. He will go down in the end there. We're also going to lose Ferrari. No, pops a Refraction. Turns around again. Drow's back in the mix. Gus there on Lure. Lure now in trouble. Slowed down by the Ice Arrows. Tries to get free here. Is going to walk away and sound. Drow doesn't want to give chase any further here. He's got the slowdown on Vengeful Spirit as well. And Invoker. Meanwhile, Burning, farming away as a big fight breaks out bottom. Nice to see they're being more aggressive this time around though. Gimme! No! Damn you, Dota 2!
Radiant's top tower is under
Alright,
attack.
I'm not allowed to have the replay apparently. Volvo, please. I'm sure we're not parts. Let me have the replay, please. Anyway, so we'll guesstimate
top
here.
Tower has fallen.
Let's say 1,500 gold swing in favour of IG there. Especially since they just got that tower as well. It's just going to exacerbate the issue. Now they've spotted this ward here, but they have nobody to deal with it. The Dire team want to get in there and do that de-warding. There we go. Jakira's going to move forward. Now Burning comes bottom. Okay, Burning getting... Oh, Burning decides to get aggressive. Oh, well, you know what? He's killed this up here. Decides not to jungle, though. He's got his ult. Needs to be careful not to Mystic Snake at the wrong moment. He might find himself manaless when he needs to have that mana for his ult. It is a relatively expensive ult early on. 200 mana for Medusa before she has some core items is actually pretty costly. Now maybe pushing the mid tower. Tier 1 mid in trouble. Ferrari's here. Can't really get in though. This Cyclone going to force him back. Has got an invis rune. Could actually try and wrap around. As Enchantress now invading the enemy jungle. Looking for June. Finds him. Can he snag that last hit there? I don't even think he's... Oh no, he's going to actually steal that. Yes, he will.
Dire's middle tower
Meanwhile, Drow gets the mid tower. That trades them. Bottom though. Burning continues to work his way to chip down this tower. And then we have Liquid Fire again. Max rank. TPs are coming in. CDEC want to try and force a fight here. They've got Chronosphere as well. This could be bad right now for IG. They've only got 3 heroes here. They don't really... Although they don't have a lot of damage to follow up the CDEC though. They really need the Drow. And or maybe even the Enchantress enough. They need at least one more hero here to get this kill. Meanwhile, though, they are forcing the tier 2 mid. Ferrari has gone in Viz here. Ready to try and set this up. June going to come forward. Crystal Nova in. Only hits one. Could have placed that a bit better, to be dead honest. They're looking for this kill here. And there we go. Meld hit comes in. Gus back, though. Ferrari going to get knocked back. Pops the rune as well. Going to charge in with a haste and an invis. Oh, man. That's just unfair. Meanwhile, I hear the MP go off. Is going to hit a couple. June running out of mana. Has no mana left. Pops the earn burn. It's on top of maybe trying to get away. Copping refraction-based hits there. He will go down as well. And a double kill to TA. That was just unfair. A double kill. They get the tier 1 bottom as well.
Dire's top tower
and Burning now up to 1,200 gold. It looks like he's just going to go for the... I think he's just going to... He's picked up the ring. He's picked up his enhanced ring, Aquila, and he's also going to go for probably drums. Just to build him those early, cost-effective items, just so he doesn't get picked off anymore. Doesn't get killed 1v, doesn't get killed 2v1 against a Void anymore, because that shit's just embarrassing. And now Void jumps in, Chronosphere comes in, Ferrari walks to the Chrono, makes it a 3-man Chrono, Shizbug almost walks it on as well, Burning now in trouble, EMP comes in, oh Burning having issues here with the mana, needs to walk away, Tornado comes through, in comes the ult there from June trying to drive them back, they're going to have to back up, meanwhile nobody down for IG just yet, heals are coming out there for, looks like heals are going out there for the Enchantress, 2 down though for CDEC, haven't brought down anybody in return yet, still got Xiaohong in retreat here, he's in trouble, can we see an Ice Path come in? No, Lero's still got it on cooldown, they get the tier 1 mid, 3 down, invoker goes down, stun, can it come out here? Doesn't need it, they will just chop down the drow, Xiaohong goes down, and 4 kills and a tier 1 tail, IG on the warpath here. They didn't even pop the Medusa ult, holy crap. Just that zoning CMO, it didn't really catch anybody in it, but it did a bit of damage to Void and forced them back. Just, they did not get any value out of that Chrono. They go, you know what, we just took 4 heroes, their ults are down, no Chronosphere, let's kill Roshan, and with Meld and a Refraction to help tank, they should be able to handle this very easily. Roshan's going to melt, so right now IG, huge value for them, we see them jump up to around about a 7.5k lead, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, oh no, they're going to play it safe, they're backing off. And CDEC, I mean, they've got the read right, they don't have any vision, but they figure out something's going on, and they want to go and check it out, they pop the smoke and they're going to charge in there, they're going to see Roshan's about half health. Did they see that? Oh, they saw it. They want to try and finish it. I think IG must know. They counter smoke in. They're going to go for this now. Are they fast enough, though? The Bash comes out here, Burning now, pops the ult, going to force them all to look away. They can't engage. Ice Path comes in as well. Crystal Nova, Tornado jumps through there with the Invoker, EMP as well, getting tossed in. Roshan from low. Can anybody finish him off the middle of this fight? Dual Breath comes in. Void escapes. Says no, he dies to the dots. More dots. Down goes Void. Roshan gets picked off there. Agency Immortal goes to Templar Assassin. And Dire also get the last hit there. IG just win after win after win. CDEC just called GG. Holy crap. 13-minute GG. I mean, fair enough, we had a 75-minute game before, but CDEC, yeah, you know what? They're about 10k behind. It would take some serious misplays from IG. It would. Game was in the toilet. I think, yeah, game was in the toilet. I'm going to call that one. That's, yeah, you're giving that one up. Anyway, so guys, that was game number 2. IG will take that one out in a 2-0 victory against CDEC Gaming there. Unfortunately, they stalled out game 1. I think largely IG just making questionable choices left, right, and center. And you know what? Despite getting a really good start, I mean, Void 1v2ing of Medusa and winning, getting the first blood. Sure, he died in return, but hey, I got first blood on Medusa. That was good, but in the end, just couldn't close it out. Just the sheer team fight coming out of IG. Team fight coming out of IG was just too strong. Like they had the Chrono, they just couldn't get the damage in there. Enchantress, like they would have the damage in the mid game. Once Drow had a few more levels than say a core item like a Yasha, they'd have that damage there. And Enchantress obviously needs ult as well as another item as well, just to get the damage. And once she gets the items, they've got the damage to dump into that. But without that, Meteor Invoker with a Meatball Invoker, they just lack damage. They've got the EMP against the Medusa, but Medusa wasn't a huge part of IG's game plan. It was mostly just Jakiro's nukes, Crystal Maiden's nukes, and Templar Assassin with her huge physical burst. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This was Triumph Man casting the China division of Starladder, Star Series 11. This was Invictus Gaming 2-0ing CDEC. This was our game for tonight. I think it will be... I actually don't know who plays tomorrow. I will be casting another best of 3 tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow night. We will be kicking off at... let me check. I think it's... Is it 4 PM? I'll double check now. Alright, China. Tomorrow night. Playoffs. Not 100% sure who's playing just yet. Alright, winner brackets final. Lower bracket finals. Alright. It will be LGD up against CDEC. I think. No, never mind. No. So it will be VG up against CDEC. That will be the match tomorrow night. It will be a best of 3, and it begins at 7 PM Singaporean time. So that is round about 22 hours away from now. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow night, around about then. We'll see you then. Tune in for more Star Series Season 11.